SummerSlam is headed towards us like a runaway freight train with a bunch of people going, "Slow the train down! Train's going too fast, I don't want the train to go as far." It's nothing like that. It's absolutely nothing like that. It's just a wrestling pay-per-view. A potentially very good one. I'm quite excited about it, but there's no people screaming, screeching. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've gone crazy. Well, I guess that just happens. We all get old. We all start losing our marbles. I'm just going to accept it. Let's go. Anyway, the second biggest pay-per-view of the year is only a few weeks away, and I actually think on paper it's shaping up quite nicely. We've got some interesting matches, and if WWE can find that perfect point to make sure the hype goes and flies into the air, I think come August 18th, 19th, whatever it is, we'll all truly be like, I cannot wait for SummerSlam, and that's nice, even though it will go on for about 57,622 years. However, it does seem as if WWE may be a little bit worried about SummerSlam. Why? Here's why. Now, as ever, this is all based on rumour and speculation, because unless you are Vince McMahon or one of his merry friends, how is anybody to know? And if Vince is watching, welcome to What Culture, Mr. McMahon. It's a pleasure to have you. Can I interest you in a lovely steak wrap? I promise that I won't sneeze. It does seem, though, that many people backstage in the company aren't blissfully unaware to what's going on, and yes, they're a little bit apprehensive about how the fans may react to the proposed main event of Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship. In short, they don't want another WrestleMania fiasco on their hands, and if you've forgotten what happened there, basically nobody gave two shits about it, and I don't know, just booed and they threw beach balls and they did odd chants, and really, it sucked all round because I sat there on my magical sofa that doesn't exist watching WrestleMania, and I was like, I can't enjoy this. Everyone's pissing on my bonfire. And you don't piss on a bonfire. If you go to some kind of camp and you've got a bonfire and some asshole comes up and pisses on it, you're going to be really mad, and that's all you're going to tell. People are going to say, how was the festival? You go, well, I don't know, because the only thing I can think about is this idiot that pissed on my bonfire. And there are plans in place to try and rectify this, as we saw on a recent episode of Raw. I mean, basically, we want to make Brock Lesnar the biggest asshole in the world so the crowd turns on him and they support Roman Reigns, because really, in this scenario, he's the lesser of two evils. I mean, he's there every week, and most of the time, when he has a match these days, it's pretty damn good. Even if you don't like Roman, he ain't a bad wrestler. And it may actually be getting some traction too, because in Miami, once Brock Lesnar had beat up Paul Heyman, we did hear some "We Want Roman" chants, or at least it could have been that, but it could have also been "We Want Strowman." I mean, he's Money in the Bank holder, but maybe they were saying "We Want Soman," or "Simon, that's me." They definitely were not chanting that. Now, everything it could have been, that is like, number... We're slow. What we don't know is how this is going to transpose to the New York crowd, and yes, that is where SummerSlam is located this year. And if you aren't aware, well, those type of fans, they don't really enjoy towing the company line. They'll basically do what they want. So if they want to boo Lesnar and Reigns out the building, they'll do it, and they won't even do it. There'll be no guilt. They won't care. They'll go to bed that night, they'll go to sleep, and they'll do it again if they fancy it. And again, yeah, that is not how you want your second biggest pay-per-view of the year to go off air. It kind of ruined WrestleMania. It cannot happen again only a few months later. However, no matter how worried officials may be, at this stage, you cannot deviate from the plan. If this is finally the time to give Roman Reigns that championship, you've got to go through with it, because going the other way, well, that is hell. It is literally the path to hell. It opens up so many problems I don't even know where to begin, and even a swerve wouldn't work. Roman has to win it hands down, especially, or including, when we do indeed bring the Money in the Bank into the conversation. I've seen it everywhere that the best way to get out of this situation is to have Braun Strowman come down after the match, cash in, and he walks away from SummerSlam as the Universal Champion. But we cannot do this. For starters, it just puts Reigns back in the position for chasing the belt, and he's been in that position for 4 years. I can't take it anymore. I just can't take it anymore. I'm sick of seeing him running after it like a blind dog or the big dog. Look, basically, if you've got an itch, go ahead and scratch it, and if that scratches Roman Reigns, please do it soon. It would also mean us all falling back into the status quo again. McMahon isn't all of a sudden going to change his mind. Clearly, Roman Reigns is his pet project, and he will keep pushing that until he feels like he's got a satisfactory conclusion. You don't focus on a project for almost half a decade and then all of a sudden go, bah, I don't want to do that anymore, which means if once again he somehow doesn't win the damn thing, we fall back into Roman Reigns matches, which makes no sense, as somehow he tells us he deserves the Universal title, even though there is nothing in the world to justify that. Straight up, no thank you. I'd much rather just make him the champ at this stage and see what that entails, short term. In fact, why not let them hold it for the rest of the year? Then we'll actually have some data to see if this is working or it's failing. And also, there is a huge novelty point to all of this, some originality. The champion will actually be on Monday nights week in, week out, and for a while, that will be enough. I would also imagine in regards to SummerSlam that WWE sees the benefit of trying to make it WrestleMania 2, or at least a summer version of WrestleMania. As any fan can see, once the showcase of the Immortals is out the way, there's always a little dip in TV ratings and interest. That's because a lot of individuals are waiting for SummerSlam. It happens every 12 months and really is the time, if you want to take a break, you should take a break, because if you're going to miss anything, you're probably going to miss less by tuning out from April to August. It's not a big deal if this can't be changed, because you've got to have those ups and downs. And you see what I did there? I'm a funny guy. But you also want to ensure you hit that hype train, remember, at the right period so everyone goes, oh, now I've got to go watch WWE again. That's always the goal anyway, but it's especially more so this year because we've got these expensive TV deals coming in 2019, and then you've got more people to please. A great way to deal with all of that then is to come up with a strategy where everything increases and you manage to maintain that momentum all the way into the Royal Rumble. And then it's WrestleMania once more. So I would get if there was some worry in the WWE camp, but ultimately, it's all about the show that you put on. And I actually think it looks quite decent. I mean, we're getting AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for the WWE title. When you think about the journeys and what they did in TNA like 10 years ago, and now think they're going to be having a championship match at SummerSlam, well, it's enough to blow your brain. Even that proposed triple threat US title contest sounds good to me, or at least it intrigues me, and I like things that feel fresh. That feels fresh, if nothing else, is better than something that's old and mouldy. What would be old and mouldy? John Cena versus Randy Orton. Still old and mouldy. But I am ready for a big pay-per-view this month, and if there are a few surprises along the way, so be it. But yes, WWE, straight up, you have backed yourself into a corner now. Just see it out, let Lesnar leave, and he can come back in 2019 or whatever you want to do, and make sure you coronate Roman Reigns, which, don't forget, was the plan back at WrestleMania 31. I don't even think I was alive then. And without a shadow of doubt, a lot of you probably weren't alive then because you're really young, so don't get too cynical about wrestling just yet. Just chill and enjoy it. Do it with a smile on your face. It makes it more fun. It makes it more entertaining. Or if you really do feel like you've got a moan, then you can wait till you're 8 years old, then you head over to Reddit and you join Squared Circle and you complain on there. That's a joke. That's just a little joke. Just a little ha-ha from me, Simon Miller. I love Squared Circle. It's really fun. They've got news and stuff and everyone's really happy all the time, but it was a joke. So yeah, WWE, you may be a little anxious about SummerSlam, but I believe in you, so make sure you restore that faith by giving me the best damn pay-per-view I've ever seen. That's right, I just hurled loads of pressure into your face, but I'm kidding. Just make it work. Just make it work. Give Roman that title. Let AJ Styles and Samoa Joe tear it up. I'll be a happy man. Thanks very much. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you think about all of this. Like, share, and subscribe. Head over to whatculture.com. Read some articles probably about SummerSlam. In fact, I know there are. I've seen them. And you can follow What Culture on Twitter. What Culture WWE. My name is Simon from What Culture. This was the Y Series. Little bow for you. No idea why. I've just done it. I am growing a beard. If you're interested, it's crap, isn't it? It doesn't grow thick. It just kind of grows patchy, but hey, if you're a man, you get it. Sometimes that happens. Who really cares? No one cares about my facial hair. Don't know why I'm talking about it. Let's end the video with a kiss.